Well, everybody, D-Day is, I think it's 11 o'clock now. It's about 36 hours away. So, going here for this, what is it called? Ocrevus infusion. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to do, how it's going to affect me. It's going to mess with my eye because it feels like it's drooping, but I can clearly see that it's not. But it still looks like it is, or feels like it is. I'm doing this because my friend suggested that excuse me, I'm clicking my teeth, they're looking kind of rough. Yeah, it's horrible. Document this. It's a hard thing. Knowing that you've got to deal with a bajillion different things at once. I got all my friends that they've got their life problems. I've got my mom, she's got a really big life problem right now. It's not her health or anything, but it might as well be. It's just as bad. My sister, she's trying to grind and hustle and do the things that she needs to do for her own life. And I can't knock anybody for any of this stuff. I just want to, I don't know what I want, but what I pray for is the ability to be able to walk normally, to be able to go to a restaurant and sit down and eat without okay, where's the bathroom? Because I know as soon as I eat, I'm going to have to go right to the bathroom. You guys have not. Quality of life sucks right now. Usually I'm really positive. Right now I just kind of feel like I'm down and out. Down in the mouth. And to everybody else, I put on a good face. But people who know me, they know how I really feel. Even my dog knows. And I thought she wasn't that perceptive. Right. I was wrong. I don't know, guys. It's been 3 years. I'll give you a quick rundown. First year, I got some kind of spasms, man. I came home from work. Or actually, I was leaving work. I called my dad and I said, hey man, something ain't right. I'm gonna come over to your house and, chill with you for a second because I felt unsure. And when you have your parents around, you go to your parents. I don't care how old you are. And I went and sat in my mom and dad's house. And I sat in my dad's favorite chair, no less. And I just had this hellacious seizure. That was the first year. A couple days later, I had about 3 more seizures. And the next day I had about 3 more. And it was getting to the point where I was like, oh my God, what's going on? So we all went to the hospital. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I have, what's it called? Allodynia? Something with shingles where trying to put on clothes is somebody running pins and needles down your back like a chalkboard, the wind blowing hurts. It's wicked painful. I was trying to get my clothes on. I finally get my clothes on. I'm like, oh, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. While I'm doing all that, I've got my mom's in my ear talking about, you need to man up. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Because she's gung-ho. I get that. My dad's like, listen, man. Stop pushing him. We're going to find out what's wrong, son. And they both want the same thing. But for whatever reason, they're not on the same page with each other. That's another story for a whole nother day. So we get to the hospital, go to the emergency room, bam, 2 more seizures. Doctors are taking blood. I'm like, just please put me to sleep, do something. This is just crazy. It was so bad. It was I don't know what a panic attack feels like, but I imagine this is what it felt like. Mixed with the most extreme Charlie horse I think I've ever gotten in my life. When I say extreme, it went from my left arm all the way across my body to my other arm, and then everything got hot. And from my chest down to my toes, everything cramped up, balled up for a minute, and I couldn't breathe. you can't explain to people how it feels because you're in shock, first of all. Second of all, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die like this. And then third of all, you're like, okay, I can fight it. And turns out I was wrong on all three of them. But for whatever reason, it went away. That's how it felt. So the doctors get me in there, and then they're just so confused. They're like, I don't know, man. I ain't never seen this before. What the hell am I supposed to do? So this went on, man, for a whole year. Going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to the hospital. No answers. So finally, I go to a doctor in a town next to me called Indicator. And he puts me on a drug called gabapentin. Now, gabapentin is an anticonvulsant. Never heard of it before. Apparently, it wasn't made for convulsions. Sorry. Breathing or talking a lot, feels like I'm overexerting myself. So, anyway. Put me on gabapentin. And that seemed to slow everything down. So everything was sort of getting back to normal. So year 2 starts, I'm going to physical therapy. And I go to lay down in the bed. I was at my parents' house, I remember. All of a sudden I woke up out the blue with this crazy seizure, convulsion, whatever you want to call it. I fell off the bed. I hit my nose on I don't know if you can see it. I hit my nose on the nightstand. I had a urinal on the floor. So I panicked. I fell off, hit my nose, knocked over the urinal. So I was covered in pee. My nose is bleeding. I'm sitting there just thrashing. And I can't yell out. But my dad heard me. So he came in there and he turned on the light and he's like, oh crap. So he basically scooped me up and would put me on the bed, and him and my mom kind of nursed me back. Because after you have one of these things, you're just completely, your mind is blown. You don't know where you're at. Oh, and I forgot to mention on top of all this, guys, I'm diabetic. So, that happened. So then they put me in a special place. It's a rehabilitation hospital in another city. I stayed there for a month and some change. Still having them. Still taking this medicine. Nothing slowing it down. Finally, all of a sudden, I guess year 2.5, they just stopped. I am a skeptic. Things like that just don't stop. There's a reason. So, needless to say, I have not found out the reason. I'm on, I guess, year 3.5 now, 3.5. I'm willing to try almost anything. But then I go to this different doctor because I needed some answers. So I went all the way to Birmingham, and they're like, oh, well, we think you've got MS. I said, okay, cool. Well, they thought I had a lot of stuff, but you think, well, what makes you so sure? I still haven't got an answer. So, that's where I'm at now. This coming Tuesday, I go get my first Ocrevus infusion. I pray to God that it does something helpful. Who knows, right? Because I sure don't. If it doesn't work, it's just going to be me and the dog and my hefty cup of coffee. My horrible cigarette habit. I say horrible, but I smoke half a pack a day. A little bit more, a little bit less some days. I mean, just to anybody who's listening, I will say this. It is very easy. Very easy. Whatever's going on makes me mad. I'm talking about blinding mad. I could rip ears off people, kick girls, just the absolute worst pain you felt. You have to live with this every day. But the one thing I will say, keeping positive and making people smile, man, that's the only treatment that has worked. Oh, and singing. I like to sing. So I got a guitar, but I very rarely play it anymore because I'm scared to get a muscle spasm or a contraction, convulsion, seizure, whatever it's called. And it's affected my voice. So I can just make people happy, make people laugh. So don't let it get you down, man. Because it's real easy. Trust me, I've been down. But, I mean, like my sister says, my mom says, my dad says, all my friends, they all say, just pray about it, man. We'll pray for you. Blase, blase, blase. I'm like, hey, man, much appreciated. I don't know. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you're going through anything like this. Interesting side note, I guess, too. Since I went through all those convulsions, or whatever you call them, I think I've strained the muscles of my calves. And I thought it was like a calf problem. It could be a million different things, but your body is a chain. If one link in the chain is messed up, it's not going to be good. So just remember, when you go to the doctors, they're going to have to look at everything. And if you do not want to explain all this crap over and over and over again, write it down and hand them a piece of paper. And write down the questions before you even step in there. And be informed. Because if you go in there uninformed, the doctor's going to look at you like, man, I'm healthy. I don't need to figure this out. I went to school to treat people, but I can only treat people because of what they tell me. So if you're not willing to tell me nothing, man, hey, I'm just going to treat you on what I think you have. And saying it out loud, I did that a lot when I first, whatever was going on. I just kind of let whatever happen. But I guess when I stopped having them cramps is when I started to be like, no, this ain't going to work, man. Something's got to give. Do I need to take more of this medicine? Do I need to stop doing this? Do I need to stop doing that? So be mindful. People ain't going to know what you're talking about unless you tell them. And that goes for anything. Not just being sick. It goes for anything. You know. Oh, and be careful, Lyrica. And there's another one out there. If you take it, man, you might have some suicidal thoughts. So I sure in the hell did. And you might want to hurt people. I don't think that's healthy at all, so I told the doctor, you can keep this stuff. I'd rather deal with pain than deal with those crazy thoughts in my head. Anyway, like I said, let me know. This is Lucky Duck. I'm making a clothing line because I'm kind of homebound a little bit. Basically, what I want from my life from now on is to help people to the best of my ability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this clothing line, or anything that I do start. I say for right now, at least a third of everything I make will go to like JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research, Multiple Sclerosis Foundation, stuff like that. And then I got to pay for the materials and paint, and you got to pay for stuff. You can't just, oh yeah, but you said you're going to do this, that, and the other. Yeah, I'm going to do this, that, and the other, but I've got to take care of me. I've got to take care of this product. I've got to make sure people get informed. I got to go speak at places. I got to do things. So nothing's free in life. I just want to help. I don't believe there's a cure-all for anything but God. So if you're ready to take this journey, let's rock and roll, because it all starts all over Tuesday. I'm gonna hit you with a tight little video. Anyway, it's Lucky Duck, and I'm out.